This introduction provides the context and the approach taken for the study of the deterioration of architectural heritage. First of all, it's important to take into account that any intervention of conservation should start by understanding the significance of a building and the causes of the deterioration. Unit 3 is based on the principle that the causes of deterioration have to be identified before any conservation intervention takes place. It is very important to address the causes of the deterioration before dealing with their effects in order to prevent further deterioration. There are two key aspects. First, how to identify pathologies, diagnose the causes of decay, and understand their impact in the conservation of the building. Second, how to develop the conservation methodologies and procedures that better suit the particular building under consideration. This will need to be justified under the view of the good conservation practice. It is also very important to consider buildings and sites individually and understand the culture, history, environment, and technology that produce them, as well as the materiality as found and the intangible aspects such as memories and traditions. Considering all the parameters involved, it is often difficult to identify the causes of deterioration. It requires a scientific approach, collecting, analyzing, and interpreting all the data available. We also need to be aware that traditionally built buildings and modern buildings are substantially different in terms of relationship with environment, performance, structure, materiality, technology, and durability. Even if buildings have the same material, for example, stone, they use different construction technologies and produce different building envelopes and systems. Thereafter, the behavior and performance of traditionally built buildings and modern buildings is different. When assessing the condition of architectural heritage, it is very important to look at the buildings as systems rather than a sum of elements. Materials need to be researched in relation to their specific location in the building and in accordance to the specific environment. Deterioration of buildings is due to the effect of the external and internal environments and the characteristics of the materials. The climatic characteristics and pollution levels of each country, region, and locality determine the degree and rate of deterioration of a building. Deterioration is a chemical process of corrosion in combination with external and internal mechanical stresses. All buildings and materials are subject to stress and variation of temperature and humidity, and thereafter they deteriorate. In order to carry out appropriate architectural conservation, these deterioration processes need to be well understood and managed. In order to do so, we need to start by identifying the main agents of deterioration that affect all types of buildings, water and atmospheric pollution being key ones. Buildings also may have inadequate original construction, including poor quality of the original materials and ground conditions, and organic attack from vegetation, mosses, lichens, insects, pigeons, etc. Natural disasters such as flooding, earthquakes, storms, and hurricanes are a category in themselves and produce catastrophic deterioration of buildings and, in many cases, total loss. Human action also damages buildings not only from vandalism and fire, but also due to lack of maintenance, inadequate interventions and repairs, and consider environmental changes and vibrations from traffic. In the first part of this unit, we will present the main causes and agents of decay in traditional and modern buildings, the mechanism of decay in buildings materials, the structural failures in building, and the effect of climate change in architectural heritage and its mitigation.